Hello again, everyone. Mr. Cruze here with another geometry review for you. This time, your quarter 4 review, part 2. Hopefully we can finish it in this video. We'll see if 15-minute time limit will allow us. All right. Remember, your quarter test is tomorrow. This test can only help you. It's designed to replace your lowest test score, so hopefully you do well on this. Hopefully these videos help you. All right. Tell your friends about them. Hopefully they help them as well. All right. Let's go. John's favorite radio station has this hourly schedule. News for 10 minutes, commercials for 5, and music for 45 minutes, okay? If John chooses a time of day at random to turn on the radio, what's the probability we'll hear the news? Well, first, how long is the hourly schedule? Well, it's an hour. So out of a total of 60 minutes, how much is news? Well, 10 minutes of that 60 is news, okay? So you just take 10 over 60. Sometimes they might ask for a fraction, 1/6. Or they'll say 16.7%. All right. 14. NG is tangent to circle O at G. That means this is a right angle. Okay. Find the length of the radius, R, for NG being 8 and this whole length NO being 11.5. Guys, guess what? Without the circle, this is just a right triangle. It's a Pythagorean Theorem problem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So R squared plus 8 squared equals 11.5 squared. Let's see, I know what 8 squared is. That's 64. I'm going to need a little help with 11.5 squared. That'll be 132.25. All right, so I have to subtract the 64 now. And I get 68.25. And then I just have to take the square root of that. Square root of 68.25 is roughly 8.26. It might be 8.3. Depends what the answer choice is, okay? 15. AB, BC, and CA are all tangent. Circle O. AY is 7. YB is 15. ZC is 9. Find the perimeter of triangle ABC. Well, if two tangents meet outside of a circle, their lengths are congruent. So that's also 7. These two are equal, and so are these. Basically, you just add them all up. 7 plus 7 plus 9 plus 9 plus 15 plus 15. Let's see. 7 plus 7 plus 15 plus 15 plus 9 plus 9 should give you 62. There were no units on that. Find the volume of this prism. Notice this one is shaded, so that's perfect. Volume of a prism is area of the base times the height. So my area of my base is 17.2 times 1.8. And then I multiply by the height of the prism, which is 8.3. So basically I'm just going to multiply those three numbers together and get my answer of 256.968. So they may round that to 257 cubic centimeters, okay? Find the volume of a sphere. Well, we've done this already. 4/3 pi times the radius cubed is the formula. Again, you'll have these, so don't worry too much about it. What's the radius? Well, they give you the diameter of 10, so the radius has to be, of course, 5. Doesn't say leave it in terms of pi, so I guess we're just going to go ahead and multiply by whatever it takes there. So we're going to go ahead and do 5 to the 3rd times 3.14 times 4 divided by 3. Okay. And I get 523.3. Repeating again, this will be units cubed. No units on that one. 18. Area of the circle. I remember area of a circle. It's pi r squared. No, they're not. They're round. Yep, pi r squared. So that means 7.2 squared, right? Nah, wrong. If 7.2 is the diameter, that means half of it is the radius, which is 3.6. Okay, notice it says leave in terms of pi, so all I really have to do is square the 3.6, and I get 12.96 pi inches, and this is area, so it's inches squared. Okay, these really aren't complex. They just require you to use some formulas that you might not have used in a long time. Okay, so find the length of arc AXB. Leave your answer in terms of pi. Well, AXB is this on the outside here. I know arc length formula. I take the measure of the arc I want divided by 360, and I multiply. Since I want length, I multiply by 2 pi r over 1. Okay, because 2 pi r is circumference, and arc length is basically a fraction of the circumference of the circle. Well, anyway, what's the measure of this? If this is 90, that means this has to be 270. 360 minus 90. So you do 270 over 360 times 2 pi times the radius, which is 6. I know 270 reduces to 3/4 over here. So we get 3/4 times 12 pi over 1. How'd I get 12? 2 times 6. These reduce, and you get 9 pi. Let's see, this is millimeters, and it's length, so I don't have to square it or anything, okay? Basically, just take the measure of the arc divided by 360 times 2 pi r, okay? Ooh, surface area of a cone. Well, surface area of a cone, if I recall, is pi rl plus 1 base, right? They give us r, which is 12. They did not give us the slant height. Again, dad blame. I think we're going to have to use Pythagorean Theorem again. 16 squared plus 12 squared equals L squared. 16 squared is, again, 256. Plus 12 squared is 144. We all knew that. So L squared equals 400 again, which means L equals 20. How many times can those numbers keep popping up? Plus 1 area of the base. Well, remember area of the base is pi r squared, right? And the radius is 12. So we just go from there. It does say in terms of pi. Awesome. So we're going to do 12 times 20, which is 240 pi, plus 144 pi, which will equal 384 pi, and there are no units once again, so we'll square those units, okay? Volume of the square pyramid. Well, volume of a pyramid is 1/3 area of the base times the height. Well, if the base is a square, 9 times 9 is 81, so of course, hopefully you remember how to find area of a square, times the height of the prism, well, the height of the pyramid is 13. So really, I just have to take 81 times 13 and divide by 3, which should come out to be a nice, cool 351 cubic inches. Not too shabby. Find the volume of the right cone. Well, volume of a cone is pretty much almost the same as a pyramid. It's 1/3 area of the base times the height. It just so happens the area of the base is pi r squared because it's a circle times the height. So you'll notice those two formulas are very similar. 1/3 pi, the radius is 6, and the height is 13. What's the height on the pyramid? 13? Oh, it is. Okay. Almost the same size, it's just the radius is different. So this will be 1/3 pi times 36 times 13. This one does not say in terms of pi, so we're going to go ahead and do it. 36 times 13 divided by 3 is actually 156 pi. But since they don't say leave in terms of pi, we're going to take 156 times 3.14 anyway, and we're going to get 489.84 feet cubed, okay? 23, I saw some of you having a little difficulty on this one in class. Area of the figure. This is a parallelogram, and I remember area of a parallelogram is base times height, okay? Remember, I could construct this same triangle over here, and this triangle and this triangle are the same, so you actually get a rectangle, so it's just base times height, right? Anyway, the height is 19, and the base that it's perpendicular to is the same as this one because it's a parallelogram, so it's 28. So you just take 19 times 28. Whatever that comes out to be, 532 square yards. I saw some of you trying to find the area of the triangle and then doing the trapezoid. That's too much. Base times height. Okay. Last but not least, area of a regular pentagon. Pentagon meaning 5 sides. Make sure you don't get those mixed up. With an apothem of 14.5 and a side of 22 inches long. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Well, area formula for a regular anything is 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. Good news, they gave us the apothem. The perimeter we don't have. However, regular means all of its sides are equal. Okay, so I could draw you a quick sketch. If it's a regular pentagon, all 5 of its sides, that's a terrible sketch. All 5 are equal and they're all 22, right? So you just basically take 22 times 5 to get the perimeter. 22 times 5, which is 110. So then we just multiply that together. 14.5 times 110 divided by 2. You get 797.5, and this is square inches because we're talking about area. All right. that is it for your review. This is the quarter 4 test, all right? If you can do all the stuff in this video, you will be just fine tomorrow on the test, all right? Your test tomorrow will be 25 multiple choice questions, so obviously you can see there's one short. You will have a formula sheet which will have everything you need on it, okay? Oh, as always, you can tweet me, email me, leave comments on this video, come in the morning for help. There's so many mind-blowing options for you to do well on this test, all right? You just have to use your opportunities wisely, okay? Good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.